Hi guys, welcome to day 7 of the 12 days of yoga with Kat Harmon. I accidentally said day 6.
Hi, and welcome to day 6 of the 12 days of yoga with Kat Harmon. I hope you guys are having fun with these videos. I hope you're listening to your bodies and you're already making your self-care a priority. So high five, and if you need to take breaks, modifications, please listen to your body and don't give yourself a hard time about it, right? Because each day we are going to feel different. Each time we come onto our mat is going to be a different experience, and just take what you need and leave the rest. With that being said, today's class is more of like a deep stretch, a little bit of a yin style, and we're going to be working on hip openers and ultimately work up to pigeon pose. So you might need a strap or a scarf, and you may need blocks, and you might not. So grabbing your props, and we'll meet on our backs. And I have a feeling I'm going to have a kitty cat friend this whole time. So as you lie on your back, just get into a comfortable position. So legs can go straight, or maybe you have the feet planted, arms down by the sides. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it out of the mouth. Do a few more like that. And with each one of those releases, you melt even heavier, release even more tension in your body, and just become super still. Taking a scan through your body, notice how you feel today before we begin to move. So what are the sensations that are showing up from maybe the last 5 days of practice, or the activities, or traveling? What's going on? What are the physical sensations? And whatever shows up, acknowledge it. Don't judge it. Then begin drawing your attention towards your mind and how you've been moving through this day, or maybe the past 6 days. Notice the emotions that have shown up, the thoughts that have shown up. Again, without any judgment, just awareness. And then beginning to move towards an intention for today's practice. Finding that intention for today, breathing in, allow it to fill you up. And you'll hold on to that intention as we move throughout this practice. And each time the mind begins to wander, come back to the intention, come back to your slow breaths or your ujjayi breath. And again, without judgment. So it doesn't matter how many times you have to reset and refocus, right? Because this is a practice. Eyes can stay closed if you like, but we're going to start to bring one knee and then the other into the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Maybe start to rock gently side to side. Maybe circle the knees in one direction and then the other. Ooh, I don't know if y'all heard that. That was a hip pop. Maybe you start to circle them independently of one another. Right? No forcing in any of this movement today. Just allowing the space to come and using the breath to help soften your initial reaction to that sensation and help soften your muscles and your mind. Yeah, because your mind can be a big obstacle. So we'll come back to center. And then we'll hug the right knee in. This is where your strap may need to come into play. So hugging that right knee in, the left leg can stay planted or fall along to the mat. Next thing we'll do is that same thing with the right knee, just circling it around one direction and then the other. Then we're going to slide our strap under the arch of our right foot. Begin to extend the leg wherever you can straight. So that might be, 2 inches off the ground, and it might be all the way up by your ear. Wherever it is, it just is, right? So no judgment. Just find that place where you're starting to feel some sensation. Ground down through both of your hips. Pull belly button down towards the ground, and then relax the shoulders and the back of the neck. So starting to move with your breath, inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend the leg straight again to wherever you feel that sensation. And we're just going to keep moving with our breath here. Inhaling, bending the knee, exhaling, straighten the leg. But as you're doing this, as far as the sensation level goes, on a scale of 1 to 10, you don't really want to go above a 6. Yeah, because then our body starts to fight against us, and that's where we end up with strains, tears, injuries, imbalances. So really tune in to what's happening and not what it looks like, what it feels like, right? And we're just warming this space up. No pressure here. Relaxing again through the shoulders and the neck. And you may notice that the leg's starting to get a little bit warmer, and you may not have gained any space at all, and that's okay. Right? So this next one, I offer you to extend and hold it and see if you can use your breath to soften the sensation that's happening along the back side of that right leg. Take a deep breath in and out. So with this, take your strap over into your left hand, and you may be able to hold on with both hands as well. But I'm going to extend my right arm out to the side and just gently tilt your leg towards the center of you. Keeping the right hip on the ground, we're going to start to feel this on the outside of that right leg. Very, very gentle rebounds here. Yeah, find the edge of that sensation, very gentle. Yeah. I like to talk to my students in the studio about having a polite conversation with our muscles instead of screaming at them or forcing them to do it. And our muscles or our physical body is going to have the same reaction as we do if somebody politely talks to us, or if somebody's in our face or very confrontational. So we're just having this polite conversation, hey buddy, I'm doing this on purpose. It's cool, it's cool, it's good for us, yeah? Want to grab a snack? Get some tea? And after that, start to hold this space, and we'll take 3 of those big long, slow breaths, just kind of cleansing out that sensation. Then bringing that knee into the chest, you can gently release the strap. We're going to start to cross that right knee all the way over to the left side of us. And maybe, I'll go ahead and grab one of my blocks here. Maybe if you're super tight today, you rest your knee on a block. Yeah, right arm extends out. But get to a place where you can relax and you're not stuck feeling. So use those props if you have them to support you so that you can find some ease in this space. Good gracious. Oh, my holiday lights over here. Shoulder starts to get heavier. We're going to start to bring that knee back to center. Pull both knees into the chest. Give them a nice little squeeze. And then plant those feet like you're setting up for bridge pose. Feet are hip distance apart. Fingertips down towards the heels. Press into the feet. Pull the belly button down towards the spine. Send the tailbone down towards the back of the knees. And start to lift those hips high to the sky. Sorry, Peanut. Relax and open up through the shoulders. Relax the glutes. Slight tilt of the chin towards the chest, lengthening out the back of the neck. You're not going to like this, buddy. As you exhale, we're slowly coming back down. And then we'll move over to the other side. So hugging that left knee into the chest. Remember, right leg can fall straight or stay planted. Do some circles here, just rolling it around one direction and then the other. And this is where you start to become aware again of the sensations that are happening on different sides of the body, right? So if the right side was really difficult in some places and the left is a lot easier, as we start to learn a little bit more about our physical space, then we can begin to bring more balance. If you ever feel like you need more time on one side than the other, take it, right? So sliding that strap underneath the arch of the left foot, we'll begin to extend our leg wherever it can go straight. Pull down through the belly button, relax and open up through the shoulders, soften through the neck and the jaw. And then we'll begin to take those spins, moving with that big, full, deep breath. Inhale, bends. Exhale to extend. Using that breath like ocean waves washing onto the beach. Erasing and softening that sensation. Making your way towards your final round, and let's hold here. Take 3 deep breaths. Hi, buddy. then taking the strap into the right hand, strong. Start to tilt it over towards center. And then those super gentle bounces, like you find the edge, the very beginning of your edge. How about that? And then you just pulse it. That's Gunner. Come here, buddy, lay down. Come on. Good boy. Pulsing, breathing, and really noticing, where that sensation is coming from on this side and what thoughts or emotions are tied to it, Like, was your immediate reaction, oh, Lord? Or was it was pretty easy, And there's such a full spectrum of emotions and thoughts that can show up during our practice. So allow that to show up. Love what shows up. I had a friend tell me that the other day, and I think that's freaking awesome. Yeah, because that puts you in a different phrase of mind than, oh gosh, this is tough for me, or putting yourself down, So just love it, whatever shows up. And we're going to hold that, taking those 3 deep breaths. Coming back to center, gently release that strap, and we'll start to take our spinal twist. That knee's gonna fall all the way to the right side of your mat. Sorry, buddy, sorry. And then lengthen out. Again, you may need to use a block or some books or whatever you have at home. Make a little shelf for yourself. Speaking of shelves, you gotta check out our, guys see our Elfie over here hanging out with us today. Melting, softening. We'll start to make our way back to center. Bringing those knees into your chest again. And we're going to begin to make our way towards our pigeon pose. So you can rock yourself up to seated, rock onto your side and push yourself up to seated. But eventually we're going to make our way back, sorry buddy, to a downward facing dog. And however you'd like to get there, just take a moment to land in that dog. Relax the head down. Notice the sensations that are happening along the back sides of the legs. Pull the shoulders open. Head is heavy. Sliding your way up to a right-sided pigeon. Finding balance in between your hips. And here's where our props can come in again. So you can slide this block underneath that right hip. Eventually you would love, or what you're working towards is the shin to be parallel with the top of your mat. If that's not where you're at today, that's totally okay. But that's what we're working towards instead of being like on top of the knee, if y'all can see that angle. So we're working towards matching our top shin to the top of our mat. So if you get down into this space and it feels any sharp shooting pains at all whatsoever in the knee, take this variation on your back, and I'll do a quick demo for that. Probably driving my poor kitty cat nuts. So demo for a reclined pigeon is you're going to cross that right leg up and over the left, stay here if you're feeling some sensation already, or start to pull that left hamstring towards you. You might be able to grab behind the knee and continue to cinch that space towards you. Eventually, maybe pushing the right knee away a little bit. But again, keeping that tension out of the upper body. So before we settle super far into this, and if you're already in it, that's okay. Just inhale, bring yourself back up for a moment. Sit and find balance, and think about pressing into the top of that left leg, lifting up away from, lifting the belly up, the low belly up, away from the ground, and lengthening through the crown of your head. Now, as we begin to fold down, super lengthen. Use any props that you need. And begin to settle in. Find some deep breath. Woo! Get some tight hips. Soften that sensation. Soften your reaction. Soften your thoughts, your breath. Maybe taking these next few breaths to say kind things to yourself, right? Talk about how awesome you are for getting on your mat today, for taking care of yourself, your body, your mind. I like to say that we're practicing becoming our number one fan. So just supporting yourself and doing little exercises like this, you know, when you're maybe in a little bit of, how about we just call it not your favorite space, right? So it doesn't have to be a negative connotation, but you get here and stuff starts to show up. So, you know, allow it to show up, acknowledge it, become aware, and then let it pass on by. And you can draw the focus back to your intention or back to those supportive, kind words you're saying to yourself. Now, guys, feel free to stay right where you are. If you would love a quad stretch here, take your time, come up into those hands, and then you can reach back for that foot or ankle, or maybe just bend it. Yeah, this is already some deep sensation here. And you can reach back, send those toes to the sky, and just work from whatever space you're in. You might be able to bring it in a little bit closer. You might have a really awesome bind here, but we're not forcing our way into a shape. So again, notice what shows up for you. And guys, gently, wherever you are, slowly make your way out of this space. Take whatever movement you take. I'm going to go all the way back to downward facing dog. But you guys know, you can always take what feels good. Take a little reset, refocus, big breath in. And find your way over to the other side. Now, both sides of our body can feel completely different. So again, check in, make sure there's no funkiness going on in the knee. Use whatever props you need to on this side. And then we'll begin to fold down. You are so sweet. And then as you land here it is. Notice. What's the reaction? What's showing up? How can you soften it? Soften your physical body, soften your mental and emotional body.
It's really beneficial if you guys can have a cat like just rubbing on you the entire time. It's very soothing. Whispering in my ear, sweet nothings. Oh. Soften the face, the jaw, the space behind the back of the neck, the shoulders. And then staying right where you are, beginning to come back into your hands, taking any variation of that quad stretch, but again, it's a bit of a back bend, so like scoop the belly up and in to protect the low spine here. And gently release his space. Coming on to your bone from here. Maybe windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we'll find the feet together, knees apart. Super close to you if you want to work on inner thighs. Further away if you still want to get some more outer thighs and a little bit of low back. So inhale, lengthen up, shift forward, and then begin to soften as you fold. Props are an awesome variation. Get to a place where you can relax. You know, if your sensation level is, 6.5 or higher, then you're probably shortening your breath, which is probably putting your muscles in or your physical body in a fight or flight mode. So you just want to back out a little bit. And that's how these props help me in my practice, is that I can give myself just enough support where I still feel sensation, but I'm able to relax into it. Last few moments here, just scan through your body. See what you can let go of, what can be a little heavier.
exhale begins to bring us up nice and tall. Hello. Sorry. And then we're making our way. Actually, let's plant the feet for a moment. Bring the knees back to touch. Maybe a little windshield wiper. And then we'll make our way onto our back. Sitting up for Shavasana, I'm going to offer you feet together, knees apart, or feet apart, knees to touch. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. If that's not for you, please find a comfortable space. As we land in this space, take a cleansing breath to settle in. Big breath. Then begin to find some gratitude for yourself in this space. Your physical body is so amazing. It does so many things without us even thinking about it. Breathe, pump blood, all of our organs. I mean, it's incredible. So find gratitude. It's easy for us to compare ourselves to what we think we should be or what others are. If we just appreciate right where we are in this moment, not only are we going to be happier and feel better about ourselves, but we'll probably get closer to whatever goals we have set. Shifting towards gratitude for yourself, taking time for yourself today, time for your mind and your body. And taking gratitude for the intention that you set for today's practice. And staying here, making your way onto your favorite side. Pause for a moment. Scan through the body, noticing how you physically feel since we begin to move. Drawing your attention towards your mind, how you feel emotionally, mentally, energetically. And we'll start to make our way up into an easy seated position. Hands coming to heart center, closing our practice in this seat of gratitude today. Big, full breath in through the nose. And let it go. Bringing the thumbs to the forehead, finding gratitude for one another. Namaste. Awesome job today, guys. Don't forget to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have fun, right? You don't have to beat yourself up through these practices. They're really about self-awareness, getting in touch with what you need, yeah? And also believing in yourself and feeling good about who you are and where you are right now. See you guys tomorrow. Psh, psh, psh.